In the ancestral shadows of Yoruba land lies a power that few know and many fear. Since time immemorial, the Iyamis Oshoronga have been both venerated and dreaded, guardians of secrets that transcend our everyday understanding. Today, we are going to delve into that mystical world, into that universe of ancestral feminine power that has survived the passage of time. The story I bring you today is not simply another tale. It is a window into one of the most enigmatic and powerful cults of the Yoruba tradition. A journey that will lead you to understand who these mysterious mothers truly are, who control invisible forces, and why their knowledge is fundamental for all who walk the paths of African spirituality. In this video, we will discover together the true origin of the Iyamis, their function within the spiritual world, their extraordinary powers, and the reasons behind their behavior towards humanity. We will learn about their different manifestations, their taboos, and their rituals. All this without revealing that which must remain in mystery, but illuminating enough so that you, brothers and sisters of light, can navigate this spiritual ocean with wisdom. Welcome to Ofún Oshe, where each week we delve into the deepest mysteries of spiritualism, the Yoruba tradition, and the ancestral practices that have survived to our days. If you are not yet part of our spiritual family, we invite you to subscribe right now, activate the notification bell, and share this content with those who, like you, seek to illuminate their path. Now prepare yourselves to meet the true Iyamis Oshoronga, the powerful witches of the Yoruba tradition, in this journey that promises to transform your understanding of the spiritual world forever. Many speak of the Iyamis Oshoronga without truly knowing their essence. To truly understand them, we must first clarify something fundamental. The word Iyami simply means my mother or mother mine in Yoruba. It is an expression of respect towards feminine power. What few know is that within Yoruba cosmology, there isn't just one type of Iyami. The cult of the mothers is divided into three major categories. The Iya Agba, who are the respected elderly women of the community, the Iyanla, who are the great ancestral mothers, represented by Orishas like Yemaya, Oshun, or Oya, depending on the region, and finally the Iyami Aje, the sorcerer's mothers, also known as Iyami Oshoronga. The Iyamis Oshoronga represent feminine power in its most feared and respected aspect. They are the guardians of the mysteries of the night, possessors of a sacred gourd that contains a magical bird, the source of their extraordinary power. They are neither goddesses nor Orishas. They are entities that existed even before the creation of the physical world, which makes them primordial beings with capabilities that escape our comprehension. These powerful entities are divided into three categories according to their nature: the white Aje, the red Aje, and the black Aje, each with different functions and purposes. The white Aje are considered the diplomats of the cult. Their main function is to recruit and educate new initiates. Although they don't usually kill, we shouldn't underestimate them, for if they feel insulted or attacked, they can respond with great severity. The red Aje are much more dangerous. They attack directly, without beating around the bush. Their specialty is causing the immediate death of those who have been marked as victims. The black Aje, for their part, prefer prolonged suffering. They don't kill immediately, but torture their victims with illnesses, misfortunes, and calamities until they finally succumb. What many don't know is that nobody can simply decide to become an Iyami. According to the most ancient traditions, the Iyamis choose whom they want to initiate and call that person, whether they want it or not. Furthermore, nobody can publicly boast about being initiated into this cult, much less receive or deliver a supposed attribute of Iyami. Anyone who claims to have or deliver an attribute of Iyami is violating the most elementary truth of this mysterious cult. The history of the origin of the Iyamis Oshoronga takes us to the dawn of creation. According to the ancient Yoruba Patakis, when the divinities came from heaven to earth, the Iyamis also descended, but their arrival was different. In the Odu Oyeku no Kana, we find that Iyami had two siblings. One was Iroko, the great sacred tree, and the other was the mother of humans. What triggered the eternal enmity between the Iyamis and humanity was an unforgivable act. The children of the mother of humans devoured the only child of Iyami Oshoronga. From that moment, Iyami swore eternal vengeance against humanity. Her mission became to make humans suffer, not out of gratuitous malice, but as retribution for that irreparable loss. This is the reason why the Iyamis maintain such a complex relationship with us. Orunmila himself had dangerous encounters with them. In the Odu Osamei, it is narrated how Iyami Oshoronga refused to leave Orunmila's stomach after he helped her cross a bridge. She threatened to feed on his internal organs. Only thanks to an ingenious sacrifice did Orunmila manage to escape from her deadly embrace. This ancestral feminine power is so respected that even the Orishas must pay tribute to it. Annually, a festival called Gelede is celebrated, where homage is paid to all mothers, including the Iyami Oshoronga, through elaborate masks and ritual dances. These celebrations are not simple parties. They are renewed pacts to maintain the cosmic balance between the beneficial forces and the potentially destructive ones. The power of the Iyamis Oshoronga transcends what we can imagine in the material world. Their main strength lies in their ability to manifest as birds during the night. These are not just any birds, but specific species associated with the nocturnal and the mysterious, mainly owls and ravens. 9 principal birds represent the Iyamis, Owiwi, Oshoronga, from which they take part of their name due to the sound they emit, Ehuru, Elulu, Erawo, Agbigbi, Atioro, Agbogbo, and Aragamago. The latter has a strong connection with Odu, the primordial feminine energy. There are also Ikare and Otutu, which function as an alarm system to detect when someone intends to attack them. The Iyami possess what is known as Aje, a special form of Ashe or spiritual power. This Aje resides in a woman's womb and must be awakened for the initiate to access her full powers. It's important to clarify that the term Aje originally referred to the power itself, not the person. It was with the arrival of Muslims and Christians in Nigeria that the term began to be used in a derogatory way to refer to sorceresses. Among their extraordinary capabilities is that of seeing the internal organs of the human body, seeing the fetus in the maternal womb, causing infertility, provoking abortions, generating nightmares, inducing insomnia, causing unexplainable weight loss, sucking the blood of their victims, and in extreme cases, causing death. One of their most feared techniques is transformation. When they decide to attack someone, even members of their own family, they first transform them into animals. This is because, according to their own laws, they cannot directly kill human beings without first transforming them. The meetings occur between midnight and 2 in the morning. To attend them, the initiates must perform what we know as astral travel. While their physical bodies remain asleep in their beds, their spirits congregate, generally under Iroko trees, to deliberate on which victims they will attack and what punishments they will impose. These assemblies are presided over by Echu Ebita, a specific manifestation of Echu that serves exclusively the Iyamis. In these meetings, they conspire on how to send the Ajogun Buburu, death, disease, tragedy, losses, against those who have offended them or simply aroused their envy. Despite their terrible power, the Iyamis also have weaknesses. Thanks to Orunmila and Echu, who on one occasion managed to obtain their secrets, we know some ways to protect ourselves from them. The first taboo of the Iyamis is public revelation. A true Iyami would never reveal her condition except at the moment of her death, when she must confess all her crimes aloud. Any person who publicly declares to be an Iyami or possess their attributes is violating the most fundamental of their laws. There are plants that are intolerable to them. In the Odu Iroso Obara, we learn that the bitter leaf, Vernonia, Amygdalina, and the Ilongo tree, Erythrophleum guineense, are deadly to them. In fact, the Ilongo is used in trial by ordeal to identify witches. If the suspected person survives drinking an infusion of this plant, they prove their innocence. Another weakness is the seed called Ekujebu. a grain so hard that birds cannot eat it, similar to the peony we use in America to protect ourselves from sorcery. An amulet made with this seed can deflect their attacks, but perhaps their greatest weakness is respect. The Iyamis demand to be treated with the utmost reverence. To divert their anger, Babalawos perform a work called ipese, which literally means appeasement. These offerings must be placed in specific places as indicated by the corresponding Odu of Ifa, never on a supposed throne of Iyami. Among their dietary taboos, curiously, are some of the same foods that are offered to them. Each Iyami may have individual prohibitions, even of foods that are generally acceptable to others. This particularity makes dealing with them extremely delicate and dangerous. A fundamental aspect we must understand is the relationship between the Iyamis and the Orishas. Contrary to what some misinformed people claim, the Iyamis Oshoronga are not Orishas and cannot be delivered as such. According to Yoruba cosmology, there exist the Orunmila, the primordials, and the Orishas. The Orunmila were the first beings to whom God assigned specific tasks. The Orishas, for their part, were Orunmila who decided to incarnate as human beings and were subsequently deified for their positive achievements. The Iyamis do not fulfill any of these criteria. They do not represent examples to follow, nor have they completed a positive destiny that deserves veneration. Their cult is totally separate and in many aspects antagonistic to that of Ocha Ifa. In fact, according to various Ese Ifa from the Nigerian tradition, when humans had problems with the Iyamis, they went to ask for help from various Orishas, but none could protect them because the Iyamis were too powerful. Only Orunmila, thanks to the secrets he obtained from them, could teach humans how to protect themselves. This clearly demonstrates to us that it is not possible for an Orisha or a Babalawo to deliver an Iyami as if it were an Orisha. Any person who offers such a thing is simply inventing ceremonies that do not exist in any legitimate tradition. To conclude this first part, it's important to remember that knowledge about the Iyamis is not to irrationally fear them, but to understand the ancestral forces that operate in our spiritual universe. The Iyamis Oshoronga represent primordial feminine power in its most feared aspect, but they also remind us of the importance of respect towards the feminine, towards mothers, towards the elders who guard the wisdom of generations. If we are to learn anything from this ancient cult, it is that balance is fundamental. Ceremonies like the Gelede do not blindly worship destructive forces, but maintain harmony between all aspects of creation, recognizing that both the constructive and the destructive have their place in the cosmic order. To protect ourselves, Orunmila taught us to make the appropriate sacrifices, to respect the taboos, to know the plans that defend us, and above all, to maintain an ethical conduct that does not awaken the envy or anger of these powerful entities. In the second part of this video, we will delve into the specific protection rituals, the signs that indicate a possible attack from the Iyamis, and how different traditions in America have incorporated or transformed this ancestral knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Ofún Oshe, activate notifications, and share this knowledge with those who seek to illuminate their spiritual path. Together, we will continue to unravel the deepest mysteries of our ancestral traditions. Until the next video, brothers and sisters.